Hear the word of the Lord. The book of Judith, Chapter 6. Achir handed over to the Israelites. When the disturbance made by the men outside the council died down, Holofernes, the commander of the Assyrian army, said to Achir and all the Moabites, in the presence of all the foreign contingents, "And who are you, Achir, and you, hirelings of Ephraim, to prophesy among us as you have done today, and tell us not to make war against the people of Israel, because their God will defend them? Who is God except Nebuchadnezzar? He will send his forces and will destroy them from the face of the earth, and their God will not deliver them. We, the king's servants, will destroy them as one man. They cannot resist the might of our cavalry. We will burn them up, and their mountains will be drunk with their blood, and their fields will be full of their dead. They cannot withstand us, but will utterly perish. So says King Nebuchadnezzar, the Lord of the whole earth. For he has spoken, none of his words shall be in vain. But you, Achir, you Ammonite, hireling, who have said these words on the day of your iniquity, you shall not see my face again from this day, until I take revenge on this race that came out of Egypt. Then the sword of my army and the spear of my servants shall pierce your sides, and you shall fall among their wounded when I return. Now my slaves are going to take you back into the hill country and put you in one of the cities beside the passes, and you will not die until you perish along with them. If you really hope in your heart that they will not be taken, do not look downcast. I have spoken, and none of my words shall fail. Then Holofernes ordered his slaves, who waited on him in his tent, to seize Achir and take him to Bethulia and hand him over to the men of Israel. So the slaves took him and led him out of the camp into the plain, and from the plain they went up into the hill country and came to the springs below Bethulia. When the men of the city saw them, they caught up their weapons and ran out of the city to the top of the hill, and all the slingers kept them from coming up by casting stones at them. However, they got under the shelter of the hill, and they bound Achir and left him lying at the foot of the hill, and returned to their master. Then the men of Israel came down from their city and found him, and they untied him and brought him into Bethulia and placed him before the magistrates of their city, who in those days were Uzziah, the son of Micah, of the tribe of Simeon, and Jabris, the son of Gothoniel, and Charmis, the son of Melchiel. They called together all the elders of the city, and all their young men and their women ran to the assembly. And they set Achir in the midst of all their people, and Uzziah asked him what had happened. He answered and told them what had taken place at the council of Holofernes, and all that he had said in the presence of the Assyrian leaders, and all that Holofernes had said so boastfully against the house of Israel. Then the people fell down and worshipped God, and cried out to him and said, O Lord God of heaven, behold their arrogance, and have pity on the humiliation of our people, and look this day upon the faces of those who are consecrated to thee. Then they consoled Achir and praised him greatly. And Uzziah took him from the assembly to his own house and gave a banquet for the elders. And all that night they called on the God of Israel for help. This is the word of the God to us. O Lord, open our hearts that we put in the practice that which you have revealed to us.